You are born behind gates most Russians will only see from the far side of iron. Above your cradle, icons glow in candlelight, their painted saints watching with flat golden eyes. Guards stand outside your nursery, tutors wait in the next room. Servants lower their voices when they pass, as if even your sleep belongs to the empire. Before you understand your own name, you learn the weight of it. Romanov, a word people cross themselves before speaking. Your tiny hand is kissed by old generals, bishops, ladies wrapped in perfume and pearls. They smile at you like you are a child, then bow like you are already something more. They tell you God placed your blood above millions. They tell you Russia is your inheritance, your duty, your sacred burden. But nobody asks if you want it. Everyone bows, everyone praises you. And somehow, even as a boy, you feel the first cold truth. Reverence is just another locked door, and every whisper outside it belongs to someone else.
Your lessons begin before breakfast and end after the lamps are lit. French for diplomacy, German for relatives, Russian for command. You trace borders on maps so large they cover the table. Oceans of forest, snow, hunger, and villages you will never visit without soldiers riding ahead. Your tutors teach you history as inheritance, not warning. They show you victories, saints, reforms, rebellions crushed just in time. A priest teaches you that obedience is holy. A colonel teaches you that hesitation kills. A court official teaches you to smile without promising anything. You learn to ride, salute, pray, inspect uniforms, remember names, forget faces. You learn which ministers flatter, which generals sulk, which cousins count too carefully when succession is mentioned. Childhood becomes a hallway of locked rooms, each one labeled duty. By the time your voice deepens, you can discuss artillery, grain, taxes, and God. What you cannot do is speak freely. A future autocrat is still a prisoner in training long before the throne has touched your hands.
Then the old Tsar dies, and theory becomes a room full of incense. Bells roll over Moscow like thunder. Bishops chant until the air trembles. Nobles glitter beneath chandeliers. Uniforms flash with medals, and every eye follows you, as if the empire itself has learned to stare. They place the crown before you, heavy with gold, velvet, and centuries of panic disguised as tradition. You lift it with both hands and set it on your own head, because a Russian Tsar must show that his power comes from God, not from men. The crowd sees majesty. You feel weight. Oil touches your forehead. Prayers rise. Somewhere outside, people cheer for a ruler they will never meet, never question, never truly know. Inside the cathedral, your robes drag behind you like a beautiful chain.
From this moment, every famine has your face. Every prison order carries your shadow. Every bullet fired in your empire will echo back toward your throne. The crown is not a prize. It is a lid closing softly above you. Morning brings papers, not a few, mountains, reports tied in ribbon, petitions stacked like firewood, telegrams arriving faster than tea can cool. A minister wants money for railways, a general wants more men, a governor wants permission to hang rebels quietly, a noble wants his privilege protected, of course, in the name of Russia. They enter your study with bowed heads and careful voices. Your Majesty, they say, as if those two words make them honest. They show you numbers softened by clerks, famines renamed shortages, strikes described as disturbances, massacres folded into phrases clean enough for polite rooms.
Somewhere, peasants are scraping black bread from frozen boards. Somewhere, workers cough coal dust into their sleeves. Somewhere, soldiers are marching in boots that leak. But by the time their suffering reaches your desk, it has been translated into ink. You sign, delay, refuse, approve. Every choice pleases someone and wounds someone else. Absolute power sounds simple, until everyone around you is selling a different version of the truth, and you must rule through their lies anyway, smiling, while the palace walls listen closely.
At first, hatred arrives as paper, a pamphlet found in a student's coat, a slogan painted near a factory gate, a sermon from some village priest who forgets to sound grateful. Your police collect these things carefully, like insects pinned under glass, and place them before you as proof that the sickness is spreading. Then paper becomes gunpowder. In rented rooms smelling of cabbage, ink, and damp wool, young men whisper your name without bowing. Workers pass illegal leaflets with cracked hands. Peasants curse taxes over empty bowls. Radicals learn chemistry not to heal anyone, but to make bombs small enough to hide beneath coats. You remember Alexander II blown apart after freeing the serfs, his blood steaming on the snow. A reformer, they called him. Still dead. That lesson sits beside you in every carriage. So windows are watched, theater boxes are inspected, crowds are measured by the nervous eyes of secret police. People cheer when you pass, yes, but somewhere inside that noise, someone is counting the distance, timing the wheels, waiting for your guard to blink first today, or for a hand to rise from one dark sleeve. Applause begins to sound less like love than warning.
You marry beneath chandeliers bright enough to make everyone forget they are watching a transaction. The court studies your bride before you even learn the rhythm of her breathing. Is she Russian enough? Fertile enough? Devout enough? Does she smile correctly? Does she understand that love must kneel before dynasty? Your wife becomes an empire's argument in silk. Every gesture is weighed. Every friendship becomes a faction. If she is shy, they call her cold. If she advises you, they call her dangerous. If she gives birth to daughters, the palace smiles with its teeth closed.
Because what Russia wants is a son, not a child, an heir. A small body onto which millions can project their fear of tomorrow. Your nursery fills with icons, doctors, nurses, and whispers. Even your children are not private. Their health is politics, their tutors are politics, their marriages will be politics. You may kiss them goodnight, but the empire is already standing beside the bed, counting who survives.
Reform sounds noble until it reaches your desk with teeth. Give the people a parliament, ministers warn, and tomorrow they will demand your crown. Loosen censorship, and every newspaper will teach peasants to hate you properly. Show mercy, and the empire will smell weakness. So, you choose order. At least, that is what you call it. Troops ride into factory districts where workers shout for bread and shorter hours. Cossacks lower their lances. Prison trains leave stations before dawn, windows fogged by breath and fear. Villages suspected of sheltering rebels are searched until even the ovens are cold. Editors vanish. Students are followed. Priests are told which prayers sound patriotic enough. You rarely see the bodies. That is the privilege. Violence arrives to you cleaned, folded, stamped, and summarized. 3 agitators executed, 12 exiled. Crowd dispersed, situation restored.
But the blood still climbs the stairs. You tell yourself the empire is too vast for softness. You tell yourself a ruler who hesitates invites chaos. Maybe you even believe it. Then another report lands, and another signature dries beneath your hand. Somewhere a mother learns her son will not come home. Somewhere Russia learns your mercy has office hours, and your fear wears a uniform in every hungry town now too.
Then, war comes. Dressed at first in flags, priests bless regiments, bands play until mothers cannot hear themselves crying. Generals promise victory with maps, pins, and old confidence. You believe them because you need to. Russia is vast. Russia is holy. Russia can bleed longer than anyone else. But distance does not win battles. Faith does not fill rifles. Soon, the reports change shape. Defeats softened into withdrawals. Shortages called delays. Dead men counted so quickly, their names seem embarrassed to exist. At the front, soldiers freeze in coats too thin for winter. They share cartridges, tear boots from corpses, and write home with fingers stiff from cold.
In cities, bread lines grow longer. Women stand for hours under gray skies, holding ration cards like tiny, useless prayers. Factories slow, trains stall, rumors move faster than grain. You blame ministers. Ministers blame generals. Generals blame weather, railways, cowards, Jews, anyone but themselves. The people blame you. That is the trouble with being chosen by God. When the empire starves, heaven suddenly looks very far away, and your crown begins to look handmade, fragile, human, and late.
If you think that story deserved to be told, leave a like. It takes 2 seconds, and it's the only thing that tells me to keep digging up stories like this. I'll see you in the next one.